Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something fun. We are coloring with Polychromos, not Prismacolor pencils, and we're going to do some fun green combos on this page out of my trip through Europe from Rita Berman. So meet me on the other side and let's get started. As you all know, I am a Prisma girl first. That is my favorite pencil to color with. I've colored with it for years. But my hidden gem pencils are probably my Polychromos. I don't really talk about these too much. I don't really use them too much. I think I just prefer the wax base more than the oil base. But every time I use them, I think, why am I not using these more? They are so lovely. They're beautiful. The color families are just gorgeous. And particularly with Polychromos, I love the range of greens you get with this set. Look at that. Now, okay, a few of these are blue. That's cheating. And maybe this one you could argue is yellow. But look at all these beautiful greens. Let me move these off camera for you. And normally I might think, oh, these greens don't go with these greens because these are too yellowish and warmer than these cooler greens over here. But I thought, you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to come up with a whole bunch of different green combos and see if I can color this beautiful Italian countryside with just an array of greens, trying to use as many of the Polychromos greens as I could. And this is what I have. And after I colored this, I thought, okay, I would love to stop down and share this with y'all. So this is only going to be a half reverse color along for two reasons. Reason number one, this doesn't address the entire page. And reason number two, don't hate me, but there will not be pencil conversions for these because, y'all, there are just too many different greens and there's no way all of those greens are going to convert to a single green in other color pencil sets. Most color pencil sets only have like, what, 100 pencils, maybe 120. I think like your Prismas and your Chromaflows, I know they have 150 and there might be a greater chance, but I think that's just too much of a challenge that today I'm too lazy to try. So try to talk me into it. Let's see where that goes. But for right now, I'm sorry, there won't be any color conversions. Now, this is from the book Meine Reise durch Europa, which is my trip through Europe by the wonderful Rita Berman. And this is the cheat sheet I have. I've got 8 combos I'm sharing with you. I actually have a 9th one that's on this page that I'm not sharing with you because it's really not my favorite. And I didn't think it was really worth sharing. But what I wanted to do first before we jump into the color combos, I want to kind of give you a peek into my process to see how I do this. And so you can see here, I just start pulling greens out of the stack. And then I just start coloring them. I find a dark tone, a mid-tone, and a lighter color. And then I just start saying like, oh, hey, do I like that? Yeah, I like that. Or hey, I like that. Yeah. So then I do a more a more organized version of the combo to really play it out to see how I like it. And these are my pencil numbers. These are not the Polychromos pencil numbers. These are the pencil numbers in my kit, which are the circular labels you'll see like here on my pencils. And yeah, I just kind of practice and play. You can see I have other pencils. I'm just using a scratch sheet for everything, but I have these sheets lined all over the place. And then this becomes this sheet here and it formalizes it more. You can see here, I don't have all the individual pencils and pencil numbers outlined like I normally would because there's so many. So normally up here I would have like Deco Pink for Prismacolors with PC 1014. And then down here, I would just say Deco Pink. But because I didn't do that, I've got the pencil numbers, the Polychromos pencil numbers right here beside the name. I hope you can read my writing. It's getting worse as I age. I apologize. Okay, with that, what I want to do, let's hop into color combo 1. And I'm just going to walk you through all of these. And why don't we go ahead and get started. Combo number 1. And all of these are 3 pencil combos, by the way. Cadmium yellow lemon. I forgot to write lemon on here, so I'm sorry that it's tiny. Earth green yellowish and pine green. And it's this beautiful combo here. And you can see this combo I used quite a bit. I really love it. So I've used it here, 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 all over. And I don't want y'all to get hung up on, oh, I want to color my page exactly like yours. What I'm really trying to do is get you out of your head a little bit and show you that you can take these combos and use them anywhere in any order, whatever you feel like suits you the best. And I mean, you can always pattern yours after mine. That's totally cool. But I just want you to think about it and mix it up the way that looks right to you. You might look at my page and go, I would have done it differently. Well, then, yeah, go do it differently. Make yourself happy. Do it the way you'd like to. My pages are always just meant to be a starting point for y'all. I get so excited when I hear, hey, Kim, you know what? I don't have that coloring book, but I used those combos on this other page and it was amazing. And that makes me so happy because you're doing it. You're taking the combos. This is just a starting point in your toolbox, and then you're able to apply it somewhere else. So bravo, I applaud you guys, and thank you for sharing those moments with me. Okay, combo one, what we're gonna do, I'm going to, let me see, turn the book a little bit. Let me zoom in. We're gonna color some of these trees. Now what you'll see on the trees, I just kind of, so another thing that this page does, I don't, I'm really bad about honoring a light source direction on my pages. Sometimes I do, and a lot of the times I don't. So here on the trees, I tried to color them as if the light was coming in sideways this way. So when I color light to dark, which I'm not doing here, but I am here and down here and other places, I'm going from left to right. So why don't we do this? I'm going to use this striped tree, but I'm not going to color the stripes. I'm just going to color it whole, I guess, like that. You can always mix it up. So that is the cadmium yellow lemon. Let's go to earth green yellowish. Excuse me. This reminds me of lime peel. And lime peel is one of my favorite in the Prisma kit. And this is one of my favorite greens in the Prisma box. I don't know why I called it a kit. Okay. And then this is pine green. So unlike with my Prismas, I do not have these colors memorized. Most of the time with my Prismas, I can pick up the color and know the name. I might not remember the PC number off the cuff, but I usually remember the name. Okay, so now you know my coloring system. I color light to dark, and then once I color that dark layer, then I add a second layer, make it a little darker. We're going to fade it up just a little bit. Then we're going to come back in with that mid-tone. We're going to do the same. We're going to blend that into the pine green. And again, this is the earth green yellowish. I think these names are fun that Polychromos has. Like yellowish. Okay, and then last is the cadmium yellow lemon. And that, it's really, I think what makes it pretty is when you take that lightest color and you really just run it all over the entire blend of colors. And there you go. That's combo number one. That's pretty easy, right? Now, one thing you could do is you could take the pine green and you could come in here and just for a little added detail, color a little bit off the line here. If you color it right on top of the line, it might not show up, but there you go. And that gives it a little extra something. All right, let's get to combo number two. Combo two is light green, light phthalo green, and phthalo green. I guess just normal phthalo green. Yeah, okay. It doesn't have a light or dark on it. So these are the three pencils. And you can see here, I really love this combo. I've used it here, here, here. I mean, it's probably like here. It's probably the first two combos I probably use the most all over the page because they're my favorites. So why don't we go ahead and get started? We'll color another tree up at the top. Let me get the page ready. Now, one of the things I like to do is make sure I'm not putting two trees next to each other that have the same color combo. I try to do the same thing when I color the trees down here in the countryside to make sure I wasn't butting up two combos that were the same. There's nothing wrong with it. That's just my personal preference. So we're going to color a tree over here. And we're going to go ahead and color, this looks like an ice cream cone. We'll color this tree. And I'm coloring around, I haven't decided, I guess this is probably fruit on the tree or flowers. And I haven't decided yet on any of the trees what color to make those. So I'm leaving them blank for now. Okay, I just made a mistake y'all aren't aware of. I'm starting over with this tree, but um, I started out with the mid-tone, not the lightest color. So I'm going to start out with light green. I have to cheat and look at the pencil names still. So this might, I tried to erase it as best I could, and I got most of it, but it probably won't make that much of a difference coloring the light green over it. So there's the light green. Now here's the light phthalo green. I just think this is so pretty. I'm a fan of the aqua families, and this kind of green is right in my wheelhouse. And then last is phthalo green, just the normal one. And we're going to bring this along the edges, just kind of blocking in that color. We'll give it a little shadow up here at the top. Not really shadow, just a darker color. Okay, so now I'm going to come in, darken that just a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to color around little circular objects like this. Okay, back to the light phthalo green. Really trying to blend it into the phthalo green. You can see I went over the little circle there. I'm not going to worry about that. That's just an opportunity for me to come back and color it with a darker color. So now we're going to lightly bring this light phthalo green into the light green, just a little bit. But what I'm trying to do is get rid of any blending line between the two. So last we'll just follow up with straight up light green. Okay, so there's combo number 2. I'll be right back with combo 3. Combo 3 is grass green, dark phthalo green, and indanthrene blue. Now, why did I choose blue? I think blue makes sense to go with the greens for like shadows. So like if you think of the shade that a tree is casting on the ground, it might, depending on where it's at, take on a little bit of a bluish, like a cooler hue. And blues blend so well with the green family, so it was just kind of an audible that I called to try that. So for that combo, you can see I've got it here, 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 over here. Just kind of, you know, scattering it again, trying to break it up so it's not all lumped into one place. I've got it, I think I said here. So we'll do another tree at the top with this combo. So let me get the page situated for you. Okay, so since we have this blue combo here, we will color this tree right here. So we're starting out with the grass green. And some of these colors are, this is very close to, oh, you know what, never mind. I was going to say something else, but that wasn't true. Dark phthalo green is next. Then lastly is the indanthrene blue. And because this is so dark in comparison, I'm not going to pull this so far across the rest of the combo that way, if that makes sense. So I'm going to darken that a little bit along the very edge. And then we're coming back to the dark phthalo green. We're going to blend that all the way down over the indanthrene blue. And last, we're going back to the grass green. All right, that's combo 3. Are y'all ready for combo 4? Let me get that and we'll be right back. Combo 4, light green, which we already used in combo 2, permanent green, and then a permanent green olive. So I'm taking like a medium green, and then I'm adding a very muted green to the bottom. So this combo, you could see I used on this big hillside. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this whole hillside here. I used it here on this tree. I didn't use this one as much, but you will find it here and there, but mostly it's on this big hill right here. So why don't we go ahead and color a tree up top? All right, we're going to start out with the light green, and again, we're going to color around the little berry things or flowers or whatever they are. Now the permanent green. And then permanent green olive. Again, interesting names. But you can see how this green really changes the whole vibe of this combo. Because you're thinking, oh, it's like a happy, not that it's not a happy green, but you know what I mean? It's not like your traditional normal greens. Because then we take like a dark turn, like an evil turn. That's terrible. With the olive green. And I love olive green. I'm not trying to hate on it. Okay, back to the light green. This really, these combos are really super easy. And I think it's my hope that by giving you a whole bunch of easy combos that you'll enjoy mixing and matching them on your page a lot more than if I didn't give them to you like that. All right, let's go to combo 5. I'll be right back. Speaking of muted tones, this is probably the most muted combo I have in the collection for you today. Earth green, hooker's green, and chrome oxide green. And this one I actually used quite a bit. I've got it here on this shrub here. These two hillsides here, right over here on this hillside. And maybe, oh, right down here, there's one. Okay, let me get a tree and we'll color this one together. Okay, we're going to color this guy here. So we're going to start out with the earth green. And all of these, again, we're just going left to right to keep it simple for the trees. Then the hooker's green. Chrome oxide green. Okay, there you go. That is combo 5. One thing I did differently was I did a thinner stripe of the earth green than say, let's see, like down here on the shrub, I've got more of the earth green, and then the two darker greens are just kind of at the bottom. So that's another way you can vary it up to make it feel like, it's like a slider. You can slide the colors back and forth any way you want to. There's no right or wrong. So do it to your taste. With that, let's go to combo 6. This is a fun one. I think you'll like it. Combo 6 is the second of 3 combos that feature a blue color. And for this one, we're reaching for our light cobalt turquoise first, then our earth green yellowish, which we used in combo 1, and then we're introducing juniper green to our page. So let me pick a tree. I'll be right back. I'm actually going to color the bottom half of this tree here. So we're going to start out with the light cobalt turquoise. And this is again an example of how you can just mix it up and have fun. Next is the earth green yellowish. And then lastly, we have juniper green. And I'm pulling that earth green yellowish over to the left just a little bit more. And now when we come back with the light cobalt turquoise, we're going to color over the entire combo. And that just really, I think, locks in that blend so beautifully. It just brings it all together. So you go, combo 5. Let's get ready for, oh wait, I didn't show you where on the page I used combo 5. Hang on. Combo 5, I used it here, on this hill, this shrub. I didn't use it as much as I thought I did. And right here, it looks like I used it there too. So it's combo 5. Let me get combo 6. Sorry for that, you guys. That was combo 6. This is combo 7. I'm sorry I referred to it as combo 5 at the end of that little segment. Combo 7. This is the last of our 3 combos that feature blue. And this is going to feature beautiful sky blue, then chrome oxide green fiery, and then deep cobalt green. And this combo I used, you know what? I'm looking at my combos and I'm looking back at my page and I don't think I used this combo on the page, but hey, I'm just going to throw it in and have fun with it and I'll show you what it can look like. So sorry about the mistake, but I like to just share my mistakes on camera so you guys know I'm not perfect. Let me zoom in. Okay, we're going to start out with the sky blue. And this just shows you how I like to roll with the punches. Sometimes my coloring pages like to fight back with me, and this is one example. Chrome oxide green fiery. That's a very long name. We'll do that one next. And then deep cobalt green. You know, sometimes I just think on a daily basis, I'm just losing my ever-loving mind, y'all. I guess it's called aging. I don't know if that's aging gracefully or not, but I feel it some days more than others. Okay, and that's the sky blue at the very end. So you can see that's a lot more bluish than the other combos, but I think it's really pretty and it would have fit in here nicely. So maybe I'll color some other things with that. Maybe some clouds. I don't know. Okay, let me get the last combo, combo 8. I'll be right back. Combo 8, cadmium yellow lemon, which we used in combo 1, grass green, which we featured in combo 3, and dark phthalo green, which we just used. I know it's in here. We just used it. Oh, well. Oh, here, combo 3. Okay, this one, this combo is this whole section of grass here. And I thought I used it more than I did, but it doesn't look like I used this one too much. This combo might be that. I think this tree down here is that combo. But yeah, so sorry that this is one that I did use on the page, just not as frequently as the others. So let me grab a tree. Instead of coloring a tree, we're going to color this sort of striped lollipop here. So we'll start out with cadmium yellow lemon. Then we have the grass green. And I'm laying down these colors in sort of a circular shape to make it feel a little more dimensional, like a sphere. Okay, this is the dark phthalo green. And we're going to move back up with the grass green. I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher. And lastly, the cadmium yellow lemon. Okay, there we go. And you can always take this darker green, and you can even bring that up just a little bit there if you wanted to. Anyway, different things you can do. Okay, so that's combo 8. Let me share with you the combo I did not use. All right, the mystery combo I did not use on my combo sheet for y'all is this one right here. And that's because I don't, it's hard for me to see 3 distinct colors. I like my combos to have 3 distinct colors. But when I colored it, it just felt, it's here, this one. It just felt too close. So I didn't use this one after all. And I think I only used it here and decided, ooh, I don't like that. So there's that. One other thing I wanted to point out, as I colored these hillsides, you can see that like on this section here, I put the light color in the middle, then the mid-tone, and then the darker color was along the edges. I did that for a lot of these. Like I did it here, I did it here. I did it on this section here. And then on some sections where it was like this, I went light to dark within each little section. Sometimes I took the whole thing and went light to dark, like down this hillside. So you can see there's like so many different ways you can do this to really make it fun. And then I also took my black pencil and did an outline and maybe added just a tiny smidge of black for shadow here and along here. Anywhere there's like a delineation between one object and the next, I tried to create a little bit of separation, but it's not perfect. Anyway, yeah, but I like it. So that is my green Italian countryside so far. Again, I will put this cheat sheet on my Ko-fi page for you guys to download. It's a 100% completely free download. And again, my apologies for no color conversions on this one. I just, like I said, I think it would be too difficult and I don't have the mental capacity to try that today for y'all. So I hope you enjoy this. I know it's a switch using Polychromos instead of Prismas, but I hope you really enjoyed it and had fun with this, doing something different today. And I look forward to hearing what you think about this and if you think you'll use these green combos somewhere in your coloring pages. That's it. Thanks for stopping by as always, and I will see you guys next time.